Hi everyone, welcome to The Last Drop. I am Chris. Thank you, you right there for joining me. Thank you very much. It is my whiskey diary for July. It's been a very good month. Very interesting. I'll tell you what, let's start off. Comment down below what your find of the month is with regards to what whiskey you found. New favourite maybe, or maybe, you've been on a tasting and thought, damn, that distillery is really good. I must get more of it. Comment down below. Really interesting to see your thoughts. But yeah, let's get started off with my journey. For the month of July, I started off with a Loch Lomond tasting with Swag, the Sussex Whisky Appreciation Group. This was a fantastic thing. Loch Lomond done us a goodie there and provided this all for free. Just a fantastic tasting set. We started it off with the single grain. This was 46%. This had light floral nose, smoky, quite spirity because it's quite a young grain spirit. Apples in there as well, but I gave it a good solid 6.5 out of 10. Good base for a lot of stuff. That very good. Next we had the Loch Lomond 12, the standard Loch Lomond 12. 8 out of 10. This is still just lovely. There's a complexity to it which I don't find in other 12-year-olds of that ilk. I just think Loch Lomond are really good at producing that 12-year-old spirit. Fantastic stuff. Then we had the 12-year-old Inchmurren. Now, they are starting to change the way they're labelling, I think, the Inchmurren and the Inchmoan, because I think people are getting a bit confused, so they decided to just have it as Loch Lomond, and then they're going to have like Inchmurren underneath, and then the 12-year-old, just so it makes it a bit clearer for people. So yeah, Inchmurren is the unpeated version of their spirit. Sweet butterscotch, barley, caramel and spicy notes going on in there. 7.5 out of 10. Then we had the 12-year-old Inchmoan. So this had burnt wood, so this is the peated version of course. So yeah, burnt wood, medicinal notes going on in there, spicy, some black pepper on the end. Again, a very good solid dram, 7.5 out of 10 as well. Then we had a 14-year-old Loch Lomond. This was finished in Limousin oak, so that comes from the French region, Cognac region, just sort of northeast of it. This had light orange notes, grapefruit going on. There's a bit of oak, so that spice. So with French wood, you get a bit of spicy oak flavour come through. If you tried a lot of cognac, like myself, that European Limousin oak comes through as a very nice spicy element. So that came through quite a bit. The dates, pears, cinnamon finish as well. So that was interesting. 8 out of 10. Then we had the 18-year-old Loch Lomond. I do like Loch Lomond and Glen Scotia. They're doing things right. 18-year-old oak, tobacco notes going in there, honey, nutty, jammy sort of notes going in there, slight hint of smoke as well, possibly from the barrel char, not 100% sure, but another good solid 8 out of 10. Really nice stuff. Then we had the 21-year-old. So this was actually done by Dreams by the Dram. So if you know Dreams by the Dram, they've got a set of 5 sort of 25ml samples, and then they give you like a little secret sample sort of right at the end. It's like 10 centilitres, 10 mil. And yeah, so for this time they gave us the 21-year-old Loch Lomond. This had toffee, apple spices, pear, cinnamon, some of that cask char was coming through, and chocolate notes as well. Really good. 8.5 out of 10, definitely the best one out of the evening. But yeah, fantastic stuff from Loch Lomond. I really would suggest you go and check it out, especially that 12-year-old. That is still a bargain for that quality. So skipping on to, this was all swag this month because London Whisky Club are taking a break. So yeah, 17th of the 7th, So 17th of July, Strathilsa tasting. So interesting. So this is one of the Chivas Regal, so Chivas Brothers distilleries. This is one of the workhorses, so this goes into a hell of a lot of Chivas Regal and their other blends and stuff. So yeah, we got a sample their new make. That was nice. That was like straw, hay and apples going on in that. 68.5%, so not for the faint-hearted. Then we had, I never rate the new makes because it's not really whiskey, but they're nice enough. They're good. You know, sometimes people might like them bottled and so forth, but yeah, they're nice to have. If you get like a 20 centilitre bottle, that's quite cool to like show people when you're having like a whiskey tasting or friends and say, look, this is how it starts and so forth. And they're usually quite cheap if the distillery are selling them. They're normally like 15 quid or something like that. So one to look out for. So yeah, we started off with the Distillery 12. So this was sort of the standard distillery release. 40%. This had apples, honey and vanilla going on. Really solid actually, really enjoyable. I gave it 7 out of 10. Then we had a Gordon MacPhail 12-year-old. This upped the ABV slightly to 46%. This had pear drops, there was fruity elements going on, spice, pepper, plum elements as well, so that was nice. I gave it 7.5 out of 10. Then we get to some of the good stuff, you know. So we have Reserve First Fill Barrel, 53.5%, so nice and punchy. 16-year-old bit as well. Fresh vanilla sherbet on there. Fruity finish. Definitely my favourite of the evening, I believe. And I gave that 8 out of 10. We then had a 13-year-old, 57.1%. Vanilla again, pear in there, so very much a consistent distillery flavours going on through most of these. Spices, honey, and yeah, I gave it was, I put down it's very honest, so it's a very honest dram, just bourbon barrel refill, 7.5 out of 10. Then we had the Reserve First Fill Butt, so a nice sherry butt in there, 13-year-old, 58.4%. This had dusty sherry, sweet toffee apples going on in there, very, very nice, as you would from a sherry butt. Am I leaning away from sherry finished whiskies or sherry overly sherried whiskies? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm having a bit of a ex-bourbon barrel, just pure age thing going on at the moment. So maybe, yeah, maybe I'm being a bit biased at the moment. Still very nice. I do like my sherry finishes and sherry cask whiskey, but yeah, 8 out of 10 I gave this one. Nice. Then we had a second fill butt. So this was 16 years old. And 62.6%, so big old ABV hit. Definitely need a bit of water in this one. Sweet chocolate, spices, hay, and those distillery characteristics really, really coming through. Very, very nice indeed. Then what do we got? That was it. So that was a good evening. So yeah, really interesting. Strathilsa, worth checking out, I think, if you can get something that barrel, you know, bourbon barrel stuff. Nice. So yeah, going through to the 29th of the 7th. My first Ben Rinnes. First time I had Ben Rinnes. So I bought a signatory bottle. I think it's 10 years old or something like that. Might be 12. Anyway, Ben Rinnes. Fruity toffee notes, light nose, a slight floral note going on there. Some nice vanillas coming through from those bourbon barrels as well. Just really, really nice. I just finished off my bottle of Thompson Brothers Ben Nevis. It was a 8-year-old Ben Nevis, but just pure bourbon barrel again. I'm really, really liking them at the moment. Keep reaching for them. Whether it's because it's summertime, that's probably the most likely thing, because they're a lot fresher, the floral, lighter drams normally, than not that heavy punch that you get from peat or sherry. But yeah, really, really nice. Really nice. Then I also got Seaweed Aeons and the other two words that come after it. I've got the standard bottling, so this is the Master of Malt. This is Atom Brand's bottling of a 10-year-old Islay. I read somewhere it might be Lagavulin, but I don't think it is. I think it's more likely Kalila. But yeah, comment down below if you know. I really haven't looked it up, but I don't want to be biased towards it. I just want to drink it, you know. This is a very, very safe Islay. It does exactly what it says on the bottle. Those seaweeds, coastal notes going on, that sweet sort of smoke as well. A bit of sherry influence in there as well, I believe, from a cask finish. But very, very nice, very solid, good session dram maybe, if you like your peat. It's not overly peaty, it's not overly sherried, it's not overly anything really, but very, very nice. 7 out of 10. And there, that was it. Very interesting July. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all well. Please comment down below what your whiskey find of the month was for July. And then yeah, watch this space. Got interesting drams coming up in August. So Lindor's Abbey and a delightful tasting from the Whiskey Baron even. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hit that like button, thumbs up, all that jazz. Comment those comments, please. And that is the last drop.